I think of like Eckhart Tolle, who went and sat on a park bench, and he gets this huge epiphany, and and that's the story everybody wants. That's the story that everybody, and that's the story we're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It makes really good books, by the way. But is that real life? Oh, okay, so now you have to be better. Now you got to do better. You got to think better. You got to vibrate better. You got to do all this better. No, it's you've never stopped existing, no matter where you're vibrating. You've never stopped existing, no matter what you're going through, what you're thinking, what you're experiencing. Nothing can stop you. You are the constant, the only constant in your entire reality.
I did not realize why I had started doing this. And I told myself, as soon as the recording with my person that's in the podcast as a guest ends, I will record this little bit that I'm recording right now. I have forgotten. I went and took a shower. And I am about to edit that marvelous madness that just happened. So I don't know what you're gonna witness right now. I don't know what you're gonna watch. It's been a blip in in an existence. I don't know where time went and what we talked about. It was just complete chaos and madness. That's how I can describe it in the moment. Stop it. That's what you're gonna get out of it as well. A lot of stop it. So enjoy. This is a conversation with Kristen M.F. Clark. You'll see. We gotta record this thing because otherwise.
I know, we're already recording.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I know
awesome.
because I can edit it out and whatever needs to be done.
Nah, don't edit it. These are the best parts of the video.
Yeah, this is how we start,
This is
right?
real life, man.
Yeah.
The trying
You
maybe
know,
to look so professional.
yeah. Right before we got on here, I was listening to a podcast, as one does, and the guy that was on was talking about how on social media we all show all the good parts, all our beautiful faces and all the good stuff about our lives and everything like that. And in my head is like, oh my god, I have literally last week been a complete human and turned into the victim of my own life and pointed finger at somebody and made them the perpetrator in my story and all that jazz. And I'm like, there's my fucking humanness right there.
It really is. I mean, it's. I was in a podcast, and the lady's dog opened the door. Her dog knows how to open the door, comes in barking, and she's like, "Oh my god, hold on, we're gonna have to pause everything. I'm gonna have to edit that out." And I'm like, "No, that's the stuff that goes viral. That's the stuff that people love seeing, is our humanness, our aliveness. We're not, we're not the perfect cookie cutter law of assumption. This is how you have to be. I guarantee you Neville Goddard was never Mr. Living in the End 24/7. It just, it's nice. It's nice, but we really, and I think the newer generations coming up really are embracing the humanness and making peace with it. Because, I mean, come on, you know how long all this perfect your mind, vibrate high, perfect thoughts, no negativity, you know how long that's been around? And if that was going to work, don't you think it would have worked by now? I guarantee you, Tony Robbins' shit smells as bad as mine.
You said that. Hold on a second, because you just said that, and I remember hearing this person talk. He looked like a monk of sorts, right, from somewhere, and he said a lot of people put so much emphasis on sexual energy, right, and how you can create with it, and blah blah blah, and you can use all, and then he said, can you imagine all the teenager boys wanking every day for God knows what reason? Can you imagine how much shit they would have manifested by now if that was the case? And I thought
that's hilarious.
That's the funniest thing I've heard, because we get so wrapped up in all the ideas that this is this way and that functions that way and this is how you do this and that's how you do that, and we forget that there's leeway for giddiness in moments like this. Okay, I already love this, by the way.
Well, number one, you got to live in here. You're the
Yeah,
one. Nobody else lives in here. You do. This is your home. This is your garden. So
yeah.
if you're vibrating high, if you're, doing a mantra of isn't it wonderful or whatever, it should only be because
Mm,
you want to make this a much nicer place to live in. That's
mm.
the only reason. Not because I'm going to magically manifest some blah, blah, blah. See, and that's the thing, and it's so funny because I know everybody, people who are listening to this going, wait a minute, who's who? Phoenix hasn't even gotten a chance to introduce me or anything because we got going right away. But this is perfect. This is the way.
Okay,
This
okay,
is
okay.
it.
Shall we do that? Shall we do that? The first question that I have for you is what's the MF for? Because in my head, MF
Motherfucker.
is just
What do you think it is? Kristen
that.
motherfucking Clark.
That's exactly what I thought it is.
Of
So
course.
welcome to the shit show called the Phoenix Experience. Oh my god, this
Welcome to
is
real
so
life.
good. And we've got with us Kristen motherfucking Clark, because apparently
That's
that's how
me.
we roll. You know
That's
when
how we roll.
I was reading your information that you shared, and I was like, I don't know if I feel a little bit intimidated by
Yeah,
this.
it
Because it just
intimidates me too.
uh, well, I think we're all humans, right? We're all humans, but just reading your description, it just comes with so much energy behind it. It's like you're a tornado coming in to put stop to all the nonsense and in the chaos create some
Yes.
alignment some there. I don't
Oh,
know.
hell
I'm there
yes. Hell
somewhere.
yes. I'm going to tell you, I was
Go on.
watching your video on your podcast site on YouTube.
Mhm.
I watched
Okay.
the one, I watched the
Oopsie.
one that you just did 4 months ago where, it was so funny watching you and it was just, I don't know, you were like criticizing yourself.
I don't know what you watched from four
I
months
think it
ago,
had
but
to do with age. It had to do with age, and you're like, I'm only 35, but I'm perimenopausal. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to say that. You were just totally attacking yourself. And I'm like, okay, I am 5910, or wait, what do we call it? 5010. That's it. I'm not 60. I'm 5010.
oh, okay, okay. I was like trying to figure that out, work that out in my head. Okay, 50.
That's the whole purpose.
Okay,
When people are like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 5010.
okay,
Um, yeah.
makes sense.
No, I mean, age, we hear it all the time. Age is just a number, but we live in a time where people in their 70s and their 80s are doing marathons and just doing the most wonderful, amazing things. And that is such a reflection and such an invitation to you to show you what your potential is, the mindset you could be in if you wanted to. Again, not because it's going to manifest miracles. That's such a state of self-deprecation. It's
Mm.
it's because you live up here, and it's so much more fun to live in a space of wow, and this is exciting, and holy cow, did you see that? I was just thinking about that. And looking around your reality and going, I wanted this and now I have it. And I don't even remember manifesting it. I thought I just ordered it online. But it's such an invitation. And it's because it's just such a better place to live. It's so much more fun in here when you're playing with magic.
You
When
know,
you're playing in magical thoughts.
the funniest thing about this is I feel like because I stopped for a good few months, probably around 10 months, 9, 10 months, I stopped recording with people. I stopped having, and I would keep doing like little clips here and there. Whenever I had some inspiration, I guess. And then I thought to myself, what are the things that I really love doing in this life? And one of them is this. One of them is getting on here and just talking and straight up my energy. I can tell how my energy has shifted because I was in a little bit of a kind of a whatever. Today's been a day, and then straight up, bam, and my energy just shifted straight up. This is why I love doing this. This is partly why, and because I don't know what's gonna happen. I think the
Yeah.
unknown of this gets me excited. I didn't know you before this. I didn't know you were going to come in here and talk about, can you hear the echo now? How about now? How about now?
Yeah.
What's going on in here? Who the heck is doing what? And the fact that motherfucking, like, that's the best. That's the best.
So,
Yeah.
Kristen motherfucking Clark. Okay, you are 5010, and you're a person, I think out of all the things, because manifesting, I am really curious because you said you've had three NDEs.
Hmm.
And I imagine we can start somewhere else. We could start with how you got to
We've
where you
already
are now.
started, baby.
But I don't care. But I don't, yeah, we started already. But I don't care about going chronologically. Let's say, let's just go
Yeah.
into those. Let's go into those, and then we
Yeah.
can talk manifestation if needed after. I don't know, but I'm
You
curious
know,
about your NDs.
Phoenix, I love this. I love that you're like, we don't have to go chronologically because
Yeah.
see the thing about NDEs is it's not the fact that you came back with a whole different mindset or whatever that is being focused on. What's being focused on is the story. And it's like, I don't fucking want to hear that. When I'm in my podcast is called Magic Miracles and Manifestation. And when people come on there, and my big thing is I want to hear the success story. I want to hear the success story. I want to hear magic. I want all our spotlights to be on magic, not to be on your trauma story, not to be on your I overcame story, because everybody out there has got those. It's like, oh, I'm special because this happened to me and I overcame it. And it's like, well, welcome to the club. So what? So is everybody else. It's
Well,
it's the
if they
the oh my god, I woke up and I needed $500, and then I went to go get a coffee and there was a dog. This is my story, by the way. There's a dog in the road, and I get the dog and I put it in my car, and I call, through one crazy guidance after another, I found the owners, and I go to meet them to give them their dog, and the lady hands me $500 cash. And yeah, and just that morning, just two
wow.
hours before that, I woke up going, shit, I need $500. I owe my friend. And then I was like, oh, well, what can I do? And I mean, that's the shit. That's the juice. That's the motherfucking. That is. So yeah, NDEs. If you've been walking through the tiniest bit of new age spiritualism or anything, you're die all the time, right? You walk from your kitchen and you walk into your bathroom, and the kitchen version of you is long gone. You're never ever going to be that particular person ever again. You're never going to be that age. You're never going to be those thoughts, that temperature, anything. That person's long gone. And you do this all day long, right? So I love that you said NDEs, because it kind of specifies in down on one particular, or three in my case, particular situations where, yeah, I had a horrible situation of, we'll take one of them, driving off a cliff, literally pulling a Thelma and Louise. And in the next instance, I'm not flying through the air anymore. I'm up the road, parked on the side of the road, going, oh, what the just happened? Did I just have a stroke? What just happened? And I'm looking back down the road because it's a curve, and I'm on the side of the road, and I can look back where I drove over the cliff, and expecting to see myself, because I'm so confused. And I'm like going, what just happened? And this is actually my third NDE. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, stop the ride, what is going on? Because I'm not getting the pretty little white lights. I'm not getting the angels singing. I never got any of that in any of my NDEs. I'm getting this glitch in the matrix, if that's what you want to call it. I'm getting a glitch, and I'm going, what? And in that moment, I could hear myself, because you hear yourself all day long. I could hear myself saying, do you have any memory of not existing? And when it said you, I understood it meant this, not you, some gauzy invisible soul or consciousness out in the middle of the universe. It's not that. It's you. Do you have any memory of you, Phoenix, not existing? And it's like, well, I've got a lot of stories. No, we're not talking about your stories, your previous life stories, or your this or that stories. We could go there, but I could show you how you didn't stop existing even during those stories. You have any memory? No, you don't. You don't have any. You got a lot of stories. You got a whole lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
But who's watching those stories? Who's telling those stories? It's still you. You can't get out of this. And so that was the aha I had. That was the explanation. It was short and sweet, and it did not come with angels or past loved ones or white lights. It came with confusion. It came with a heart pounding out of my chest. It came in so boringly, so not exciting. There was no fireworks or anything. It was just, this is what's up. And I'm like, okay, so now what do I do? Well, what were you doing when this all happened? I was driving up to the next city to go grocery shopping. Okay, well, go finish what you were doing. That is life. This is what I'm here to show everybody, because I don't like so much being told something. I want to be shown. I'm a nerd that way. I'm kind of very science nerd. I'm like, show me, baby, show me. And so the very next minute, I put my car in gear and I go finish what I was doing. And I'm like going, okay, my life is going to, I think of like Eckhart Tolle, who went and sat on a park bench, and he gets this huge epiphany, and ta-da-da. And that's the story everybody wants. That's the story that everybody, and that's the story we're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It makes really good books, by the way. But is that real life? My experience over and over is that no, that's not real life. One of my other NDEs really emphasized this, but I didn't quite click it yet. I was surfing, and I was out in waves I had no business being out in, gigantic waves. And long story short, I ended up getting pummeled, and nobody's out there with me. It was me by myself. And I lost my surfboard, my leash snapped, and I know instantly this is it. There's a pivot here. And in that moment of absolute blackness and absolute done, I went, wait a minute. I have an 8-year-old son. I can't go anywhere. And with that, I immediately popped up, and there was a surfer there going, hey, do you need help? And I'm like, where did you come from? But anyway, I'm like, yeah. So he tows me in. And once again, I'm sitting there in like waist deep water because I have zero energy. And I'm like, if I die, if that was death, because in me is like that, I died. That was death. There was this knowing, like, the sun's coming up in the morning. That was death. And me going, well, where was the white light? Where was all these things everybody talks about? Why am I so screwed up? I don't get that. What the hell? And and I didn't even have a chance to think about that, because I had to get up. I had to go get my son, who was playing in the sand. I had to go find my surfboard. I had to take my son home and feed him dinner and take a shower, because I got work tomorrow and he's got school. Life doesn't stop. This life. And the thing is this, we all have this afterlife, the afterlife. Well, babies, and this is not going to be popular, there is no afterlife, because there was never a before life. There's only this life. That's all you know, is this life. And people are not going to like this. Tough shit. I didn't like it either. But it was such an empowering space to know that it's just this life. And not, oh, okay, so now you have to be better. Now you got to do better. You got to think better. You got to vibrate better. You got to do all this better. No. It's you've never stopped existing, no matter where you're vibrating. You've never stopped existing, no matter what you're going through, what you're thinking, what you're experiencing. Nothing can stop you. You are the constant, the only constant in your entire reality. Everything else comes and goes all day long. You might have some, I mean, come on, you've done this. You've had a powerful epiphany. You do a video, right? Oh my God, here's the answer to the universe. This is going to make me billions. And you record it. And then 5 minutes later, you're like going, what the hell did what was so special about that? Why was that so mind blowing? Yeah, that's the shit that happens all the time. I do seminars, and there's always people in the audience with their notepads and they're frantically writing down everything I say. And I'm like, stop it. Stop doing that, because come on, you're going to look at that note later and you're going to say, wait, what did that mean? Why was I so excited about that? Exactly. That shit comes and goes all day, but you don't. The you that have boogers and stinky reactions to certain foods. And I mean, you don't stop. Death, nothing, none of that, apparently none of that exists. You don't stop. The only thing that is constant in your reality, the only thing, is you. All right.
All right. So,
Go,
so
Phoenix, go.
in this whole thing, you still haven't shared the first one that you've had. You've gone backwards, but we'll get
I
into
know.
that, I guess. The
Nah.
When you say you, because this is new to me to hear somebody say that this you are all there is. When I think about this reality in particular, yes, I know I'm the common denominator in my own existence. Everywhere I go, there I am, right? Everywhere I go,
Yes.
there's mirrors of me and everything. And life happens in the little moments. There's no, like you're describing, there's no angels coming, but not even in the epiphany moments. There's no, oh my God, my life has changed now completely, because you still go back to doing life, everyday life, right?
Yep.
So when you say there is no afterlife, there is no before life, where do you stand on that? When you say you, do you mean you with a capital Y or you with a lowercase y? Do you mean the soul, or do you mean the you that's like this and this is the only version there is? Or past lives, let's say, future lives intertwining? Where are you on that?
Okay, so let's go to soul. How often of the day do you interact with your soul?
No clue what to tell you to that one.
Okay,
I
that
don't
was
know
a
what
good
to tell
answer. Good answer. So, how often of the day do you interact with you?
you. Wow, that's probably the same answer, because it's the times when I'm aware of what I'm doing and where I am and who I'm being, and it's
Yeah,
not all the time.
yeah, yeah. And does it matter? Does it matter? Do you suddenly, oh my God, I didn't memorize about Phoenix, so now I'm going to forget about it. But, here's somebody saying some fantastical, amazing thing about the soul, and you feel like I got to write it down. You feel like, because I'm going to forget. And you feel like, somebody's got to teach me about the soul. Somebody's got to teach me about afterlife, before life. Somebody's got to clarify this for me. But do you feel any of those things about you? Do you feel like, and I'm not talking, you see, you're going to the Ghazi you. Quit it. I'm going to Phoenix. The chick who's smiling right now. The chick who is laughing. That Phoenix. Does anybody have to, do you ever feel like you forgot her? Or, oh, what about Phoenix do I have to remember? Nothing. You don't, she's never left you. She's never been, something you have to memorize or somebody has to teach you. Nobody ever had to teach you about you. And again, get out of the brain of the gauzy shit.
I'm
I know.
really in my head about it, because I'm trying to understand what you're
See,
saying.
you're
Because
trying to
yes,
understand.
I am. I'm going about it the
But that's
roundabout way.
exactly it. This is what, hey,
I need to
I do this
hold
too. I do this too.
on.
I
Let's see
do
if this
the,
is gonna
wait,
cover.
I'm trying to understand. The minute I go into I'm trying to understand, I know I'm gone again. I'm gone again. So in this moment, I'm going to help you. In
Go
this
on.
moment, this second, looking at my phone, the seconds are ticking by. Okay.
Right,
Look
right.
at this second right here, right now. I've never been this age before. I've never been this version of Kristen before, ever, because of the date and the time and the temperature and the things I'm saying, and all these new things that are happening right now that are now gone, and now I'm in a whole new space, right?
Yeah.
So this space is you 24/7. And it's it's hard to wrap your mind around, but if you think of time and let time locate you here, in this moment, right here, right now, I've never existed. This version of me is brand new. It's fresh. This version of me. And now, we're on to doing another one. Brand new. Never been talking about this before. Never had this particular light at this day. I've never been this age before. And
Yeah.
wow, here's another one. Never been this age. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is you
Yeah.
24/7. And if you were, and just think, I'm fresh. I'm fresh in this moment right now. If you were to go for a walk with this version of you, if every step you're like, oh, I've never been this before. I've never been here in this particular time, date, temperature, everything.
That's funny
I've
because I
given
do that. I
yeah,
actually do that. I actually do that when
okay,
I
good.
walk. And even telling people saying that, oh, I've walked there many times. I'm like, no, you never walked there before, you know? So I get
Yes.
it. The way you describe it now, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you do this, when you take these walks where you're really locating you and you're just playing in this now moment, this now, this now, this now, this now, you really get to understand this, not a soul, not a consciousness, not any of that distraction, because that's all that is. See, those are just thoughts. They're just thoughts. They don't. That's not a place you can go visit. It's not something you can think. But the problem is if you had an earthquake right now or something, that thought would be gone. And later you'd be going, wait, I was thinking about something really important. What was it? Yeah. See, that's the shit. That's the shit that is just let it go, because in all of that there's only one common denominator, whether you're talking law of attraction, law of assumption, non-duality, Christianity, on and on and on and on, atheism, all of those. If you're meditating this morning and then you get up, you go and get your coffee, and then you go and you put on your makeup or whatever, there's only one common denominator in all of that. It's this physical you, Phoenix. Phoenix that has the name, Phoenix that has all the memories, Phoenix that has all the self-deprecating remarks, Phoenix that has the good days, the bad days. That's the only common denominator. And it's so simple
I am so
that we
hot
don't
right
like
now.
it.
All done. I
Well,
say.
you're heating up.
I am
It's so
so hot.
simple. We don't like it. We don't like it at all. There's not the white lights. There's not the,
I mean, in all fairness, just to interrupt you there, maybe there weren't any white lights for you. I've literally just had one of my friends on on my
well said.
podcast, and she had one in the, as far as I'm aware, but for her there was this light that she kind of went to check it,
Yeah.
check what that is, you know. So
Yes.
there is that for some people. I guess not for
Well,
everybody.
let me interrupt that. If you
Mm.
and I walk down my street right now, we would have two totally different experiences, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Ta-da. It's that simple.
yeah,
It's not that one is right or wrong.
yeah,
There's no right or wrong. There's just, this is the experience I'm having. And
yeah,
well, why do I have that experience? It's something you needed that you brought to you.
mm.
There was a time I had a whole bunch of experiences with aliens and lights and seeing things and literally all this stuff.
Mm.
And at that time, I was so delved into that. I was this deep in aliens and being taken and all of that. Now I don't need that. And so I don't have those experiences.
Mm.
And it's not, so a friend of mine said, oh, so it means you don't believe. And I'm like, belief is too simple. That's not it. It has nothing to do with belief. It has to do with I don't need that anymore in my life. So I don't experience it. I
Mm-hmm.
experience a completely different life. There was a time I needed channeling, law of attraction with Abraham Hicks and all of that. And I started channeling myself. And then I channeled this saying of there is nothing to channel. It's just a permission slip for you to access your own wisdom. And with that, I didn't need to channel anymore. So I stopped doing it. And I don't bring people to me anymore that channel.
That is so interesting because I've always looked at this. What you're describing there, what I can relate it to is this. Let's say there's a pattern that you keep repeating in your life, and you keep meeting people that will show you that pattern until you stop looking for it, like you're describing. But I never looked at it for alien, let's say, or channeling, like you just said there. So when you said channeling now, one of the thoughts that I had was Bashar because he channels
I've met Daryl.
an alien. So
Yeah.
so what is that? What is that? Because in my head, is it because I guess yes, because his awareness is focused on there. So of course he's gonna keep doing that,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's not so much him, it's what are you getting out of that? It's because it's not, there is no Daryl Anka channeling Bashar out there. There's you manifesting a person doing this. Maybe it's just for entertainment. Who knows? You are a master manifester, whether you realize it or not, whether you're acknowledging it or not. It's like we get so caught up in how do I manifest? You might as well say, how do I breathe?
We do it all the
It's like,
time, right? I know.
yeah, you just breathe, whether you're realizing it or not, whether you're
Yeah,
asleep or awake or paying attention,
yeah.
you breathe. Yes, you control it, you can play with it all you want, but then an earthquake happens and you forget to breathe and you continue to do it, no problem. So yeah, it's always about you. It's all
Mm.
about you, baby. It's all about you.
So okay,
It's
okay.
not
So
about them.
you mentioned the earthquake. What's that all about?
Oh,
Was that
it's just
so?
an
So is
emphasis.
there such a is from your perspective? Is there such a thing as collective
No,
manifestation?
no, nope.
Okay,
I'm I can
please
create
expand.
I can create the illusion of a collective manifestation, again, simply because I need that for some reason. But now you want to talk about Bashar. One of the things that
No,
he
no,
talks
let's talk
about
about the
is,
earthquake. Let's talk about the earthquake. I'm not that much into Bashar. Like very rarely I come across
well,
his.
just real quick, one thing he talks about
Go on.
is how everybody outside of you are puppets. They're cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
That, just puppets that that you've created to create a role for you.
Right.
And it's no big deal. It's not it doesn't raise the sun or anything. It's about, because so many people put so much on, like you said in the beginning, the victimization and everything. So
Mm.
many people put so much significance on these cardboard cutouts. Stop
Mm.
it. Stop it. It's just a freaking distraction. What
Have
are
you
you
seen?
distracting yourself
You know
from?
when you say stop it, there's a little clip of this actor. I do not know his name, and he pretends to be a psychologist. And this lady comes in, and she says she's claustrophobic, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 words, and he keeps going, stop it. You're gonna.
Stop.
I don't
Knock
know
it
if.
off.
And it's so funny. It's like anything she'll say, he just goes, stop it. And every time you say stop it, I hear this person in my head because I see what you're saying. Earthquake, though. What was that all
I
about?
That was nothing. That was just an example to
I
show you.
understand, but my question, okay, I've not worded this correctly. In my head is when there's natural disasters, what people call natural disasters, and it happens to a lot of people. As I'm saying it, I can hear you answering it already. It's
You
because they
hear
needed to
stop it.
experience that. They needed to experience that for some reason. They needed to. So then,
Well,
in my head,
okay, but
that's like a
are you
go on.
experiencing the earthquake? Are you
Well,
having an earthquake? Are you having a natural disaster when you're watching this? When you're watching the news on TV and everybody's like, "Oh, there's a
I'm not
war.
watching the
There's a war over here." Are you there? Are you experiencing that
no,
war? No. Okay,
no.
stop it.
Oh my God,
No,
this is okay. Before we go further, I believe that you came in my life specifically for me right now,
wait,
not
wait,
for
wait,
putting
wait,
not for
wait.
putting a podcast out. I needed your voice in my head when it comes to even what you said earlier about putting emphasis on these cardboard cutouts, right? I put so much
Me
energy into a
too.
cardboard cutout.
Me too. Me too. Until my some voice in my head goes, "Stop it,
Stop it.
stop it." Because once again, I'm the one that lives in here. Nobody else. So
Oh,
why
this
would
is so
I
good.
let somebody else come into here? I mean, would you
Mm.
let somebody come into your house and start rearranging your furniture and painting the walls a different color and saying this is wrong, this is the way you got to do it? No, heck no. So why are we doing that in here? The news. Oh my God, the news. I it's like, no, stop it.
I can't
Stop it.
even. I think I'm gonna. I think whenever this is gonna end, my face is gonna be stuck like this for a couple of
It
hours.
hurts. My
This is
face
the
hurts.
funniest
I got
thing.
to work out.
You know, my because now people call me. I have had I have had so many names throughout my life, by the way, whether it's names or nicknames or people calling me names or whatever. One of them is Gigs. I have been given that nickname, which is short for giggles. And and I feel
That's
like that
awesome.
personality of mine hasn't been out that much sometimes lately. And it's out now so hard. Like this is the most I've laughed in a while, so wholeheartedly. And I thank you for it, cardboard
You're
cutout.
welcome. I'll tell you, it just gets too serious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
it.
does.
There's no reason why it can't be playful. There's no reason why it can't be play and fun, and quit taking it all so seriously because
Yeah,
you're the one that's got to live in here. And it's
yeah.
like, do you want a playground in here, or do you want, the freaking CNN news? What do you want in your head?
Wow. You're honestly, you know what? You know when there's this saying that God will speak to you slowly and then it'll get louder and louder until you hear it, right? I feel like this is what's happening right now. I've been going on in my head, the place that you talk about quite a lot, of my life and where my life is and how it is and knowing the stuff, and I'm still looking at it this way and feeling this way about it and wanting to be somewhere else and wanting to do other things. And then God was like, stop
Stop
it.
it. Stop it.
So loud in
You,
my face and in such a funny way, which is like, of course, because it's gotta be funny. It's like you're saying,
yes.
you get too serious. It just gets too serious. Oh my God, how do you live
Yeah.
your life? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? And this is a serious question now. Do you live like this every second of your life? It probably is
I
exhausting. You
wish.
can't keep this energy. You can't keep this energy up all the time.
Actually, this energy is so effortless. It's so
Yeah.
effortless. And it's but you got to remember, and this is what, when I was watching your video, I kept thinking over and over.
Did
It's
you
like,
watch just
what?
one video, by the way?
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's all I
I
had
gotta
time
go
for.
back. I'm so curious what you
It's
watch.
it's this, what are you saying? What are
Mm.
you saying? Are you saying, oh, this, how do you do this? This must be exhausting. What are you saying? Or are you saying, oh my God, it's so easy to be this person. It's so much fun. I love this person 24/7. This is who I go to bed with. And again, I prefer those thoughts. If I'm sitting in a restaurant by myself waiting for somebody to arrive and they're running late or whatever, am I sitting there going, oh, what did I do to manifest somebody coming in late? Do I want to sit with that? No. I want to sit with the chick who's here, who's talking fun and giggling and laughing and having a great time no matter what is happening out there. And so when COVID hit and everybody was, I'm over here going, la, 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 la. It's like, you can't tell me about my world. You cannot tell me about my world. So what did I do? I got rid of 98% of my belongings. I packed up my dog and my car and what few belongings I had left. And I went nomaded for a year. I went to all the different national parks here in the United States. And I just stayed in campgrounds. And its thing is this is while it was shut down, these places were still open. You just didn't have to pay. And there just wasn't any people. And it was amazing. It was the most amazing time. And the crazy serendipitous running into the right person at the right time, all that shit was happening left and right. And like right now, I could look back at it and see all the scary, because there was plenty of that. Or I could look at it, back at it and go, where was the magic? Because there was a shit ton of that too. And it's in this moment, which way am I looking, right? Which way am I looking? I can have them going, oh, I was so scared and I didn't have any money. Or I could be like, I was scared, but I was going anyway. And money was just showing up. I was scanning my freaking debit card for gas and it shouldn't be working. And yet it was. It was like, ding. It was like so cool. And so in every moment, right here, right now, not last year, not 5 days ago, not 5 seconds ago, every moment right here, right now, where are you looking? Where are you looking? You know, who are you hanging out?
I love this. I love this. I could listen to you because as you're talking, I'm thinking, oh my God, I do this all the freaking time. I look back and oh my God, how did I live through that? Because many times I do look at it with those eyes. I do
Oh,
look with it with, oh my God, when I was 38, I will never forget that year because it was so bad. You know, that's what goes on in my
yeah,
head.
yeah,
But then I also sometimes see it with, I survived that. I have gone through it. Things showed up when I
yeah,
didn't think they were going to show up, like all of that. And you know what's a bit strange about there's this image that keeps going on in my head about you describing your driving over the edge.
Thelma and Louise moment. Yeah,
But it keeps coming in and going out as a dream that I had.
yeah,
And you talking and describing things, it just feels like it's me. I don't know how to explain it, but I
yes.
know it makes sense. I know it makes sense. It's weird. It's like two different realities have intertwined, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. What was that?
Yes.
Was that you?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
You are on it exactly. It's
Mm,
like you're trying to decide between two radio stations,
uh,
and you keep flipping back and forth thinking when you're on this one, that one's got something better, and you go over here. This is why I don't watch TV, because I would be sitting there doing this all the time. There's always some better station. I love this movie I'm watching, but one of those other 100 stations has got something better going on, so I got to go fly through those. But it's
mm.
like that, it's like you're doing this cha-cha between realities,
Okay,
and you're
okay,
just like, you're that's
okay.
okay, you're trying to
I gotta,
grab on.
I gotta. I guess you don't need to share like your life story and whatnot, but I'm just curious, how the hell did you come about this? How did you get to the point in your life of being, oh my God, there's so many things of this and it's all me and everything that I'm experiencing is there because I'm searching for it. How did you get to the place where you are now?
I've been alive for 5910 or 5010 years, whatever.
Yeah.
I everybody asks me that. And the thing is this, I live here. And it's not because I'm trying. Yesterday I had this
So hold
great
on. Were you like this always? All your life? Were you
no.
like this all your
Oh
life?
hell no.
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No. Just like you weren't like this your whole life, right? You weren't this version of Phoenix your whole life.
No.
And the thing is this, we're not butterflies. We don't go into a cocoon and then we have an awakening. Don't get me started on that word. We have an awakening and ta ta ta,
No,
all
no,
is
I've had an awakening. I've had two, three throughout my life. What do you mean?
I guarantee you've had a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah, go on.
Freaking every morning you wake up, there's your awakening. You know, I waited till you drank that tea because I wanted to see you spit it out through your nose.
No, but that's true. Go on.
Yeah, and so when people they want me to find one moment in my life when everything changed, I was like, there's no such thing. None of again, that's us watching a movie and going, seeing the story of the protagonist
Mm.
struggling, and then they have, they get bit by a spider and they get these powerful, you know, powers and roll the credits. We're done. Shut the book. The end. That's exactly my point with the near death experiences.
Mm.
There's no the end. And even people who say I've seen white light. Yeah, but there's no the end. You came back to tell this
Mhm.
story and you continue on. Whatever story you're telling, whatever. It's not about the story. It's about you're still here. You're still eating dinner. You're still going to work and filling your car with gas. That's outrageously expensive. You're still here. That's the bottom line. You're
Yeah.
still here. You haven't stopped. You can't be stopped. Go ahead and try. Give it a shot. Let me know how that works out for you. Doesn't work.
I mean, some people do that and they find an ending of sorts.
But
You know,
did you,
but
Phoenix? This has nothing to do with them. This has to do with you.
yeah. Oh my God, this is gonna be rammed into my head. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and dream about you. It's all you. Stop it.
Did you? Stop talking
Oh,
about them.
wow.
Stop pointing at them. Stop using them as the distraction from
Yeah,
you. Now, I
yeah, I
say
do
stop,
that.
but they're part of you. You created that. You manifested that. Great. See it. There are times you're going to understand this. There's times you're going to wake up and have some grand epiphany from this, and you're going to be like, I got to write this down, and then you're going to forget
I
because you
don't write
stubbed your
down.
toe.
This is the thing. I don't write stuff down. I have tried, and when I was younger, I used to do that. I used to have a diary journal, whatever, and then I stopped all that, and then I grew up, and then I started
And I
writing
grew
again,
up.
and it just does not feel natural to me to write. I am a talker. I am
Nope.
a talker. Even if I was to speak to somebody, I'd rather send a voice note than text.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not, even if some epiphany happens, I'd rather pick up my phone and record it on my phone.
Well,
you
and
know?
that was an epiphany that's long gone. You're not
Yeah.
that person anymore. You're fresh and new. You've had all new thoughts and ideas, and that version of you is dead. That version of you is long gone.
You know, you know what the funny thing about what you're saying is? It's not news. This is the funny thing. This is not news. I have heard this so many times, and yet I can tell when I don't believe it. Like that's not a thing that's ingrained in me that I'm new now and now and now and now. Even though saying that I can hear Abraham now, and they go like that, you know. But I forget it. I forget
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yes.
I forget. And then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I gotta go and do this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know?
I forget it too. I forget it too because once again, it's not the constant. It's
Mm,
not what matters.
mm,
There's only one thing that really truly matters, and it's you in all your flavors, all your colors. Because again, you could be anywhere. You can be vibrating, you can do all this stuff, and you don't stop existing.
mm.
It can't stop you. You could shift on a dime. You get to be pissed off, you get to be happy, you get to be scared, you get to be whatever you want in any moment. That's fucking magic, man. We want that so bad, and yet we do it all the time on purpose.
Okay. So, because you're saying we're doing this all the time, and you can shift your. And in my head, I'm hearing the people. And then the one question, there's so many questions that
The
are going on
people.
in my head right now. One of them is, what does the you in this 3D reality do? Do you actually do things to teach people manifestation or slam it in their face and be like, it's you? Do you do any of that? Or do you have like a
Yes.
day job? Or is that your day job? I don't know. A night job? I don't know.
I know. I know. Well, yes, I do this. I get up on stages. I do webinars. I do all of that. And again, if you're for anybody who's like, well, how do we find her, guys? Kristen M.F. Clark. How many MFers do you think are out there? There's only one, Kristen
At
M.F.
least
Clark.
one,
If
at
you
least
put
one that
that
you.
in, everything will come up. All my Facebook, all my website, everything will come up. So that's easy right there. But yes, this is it's funny you say, what do you do as a job?
Mm,
This is my main job, Kristen MF Clark. This is what I do.
mhm.
I also live on this gorgeous property and manage it. I used to walk by this house and look at it and go, oh, and just I wasn't trying to manifest it. I wasn't trying to storyboard it. I wasn't trying to do anything. It was one of the houses that just always caught my eye, and I'd get in a little daydream of what does it must look like inside and everything. And then, here's a manifestation story where I just happened to walk by and there's the owner. And he and I start talking. I didn't know he was the owner. I thought maybe he was the gardener or something, but we start talking and one thing led to another. And now I live here and I get paid to fucking live here.
So
And
hold on.
I, what?
I have a question again.
Okay.
I'm interrupting your manifestation story because this burning question that's in my head is, why does it work so easily, what it seems like to be easily for some, and for others, other people can walk past that house and be like, oh, it would be so great to live here, and then they go on and they live their miserable lives. What makes it work for some and not work for others?
Because
Go on.
you're giving yourself the story that happens. You're giving yourself the story that for some people it's easy and some people it's hard. Stop it.
It's not for me. Honestly, that question was
It's not
not
for
for me.
me.
In my head,
There's these
in my head,
invisible people. There's these cardboard cutouts out there that are going to
yeah,
watch this and think
yeah.
this. Stop it.
Just stop it. I am so distracted right now. There's right across the street. This is the best thing because this is me, right? Me. We're talking about me or you, but you, a cat. There's a patch in the garden and the people in front of my house, and they have like a garden flower bed, whatever, and the cat was just doing this thing, and now it's having a poo. And I got so distracted by that. What does that mean?
Yeah. You know what that means? It means you're taking it all way too seriously and to stop it.
This
Because,
is the other thing that I've noticed
yeah,
people do. You get to a point where you give meaning and significance to every little fucking thing. Something
that's
happens.
okay.
Oh, there's number plates with certain numbers. What does that mean? It's
Yeah,
1111. What does that mean? It's whatever. Like people give so much meaning to so many things.
that's
I
okay
find
because it pulls them back into this now. It's
cool.
it's just it's just another way of themselves saying stop it.
Mm.
It's just like get back here. I don't even know where you were. Get back here.
Cat brought me back.
Yep.
Or
You had
away.
all
I don't
these
know.
questions spinning and trying to think and somebody's gonna watch this and I need to ask the right question and now you
It's
brought in
not
the cat taking a shit.
honestly the thing the thing with my podcast, because this is what it is at a certain degree, is that I don't have an agenda.
Good.
If I do have one, is can I connect people? Is there somebody out there that wants to see or hear what you got to say? You know
If there
that.
is, I'll manifest them myself. That's
Of
not your
course you
job.
will. Of course you will. But this is my manifestation in here, right? Of maybe I have some degree of whatever, because in my reality and how I see reality, there is a co-creative process. We all influence. We're all intermingled
And
somehow.
that's cool. See, the thing is this, Phoenix, you There's nobody outside of you bringing you manifestations to you. There's
Mm,
no God, source, universe, life, magic, whatever big, capital letter you want to slap on something. You're handing your manifestation power away in that moment, even though
mm,
you can't do that. It's an impossibility. So, because in every moment, if you looked around right now, you would see that you brought whatever you're watching me on. You manifested that. You brought that to you. A laptop, your chair, the sweatshirt you took off earlier. All these things you brought to you through whatever was the easiest process, Amazon or whatever. You went on, you wanted this, you clicked a button, and now you let it go, and 3 days later it shows up. You did that, not God. God didn't do that. Source didn't do that. The universe didn't do that. You did it. You made the decision. You made the decision to have me. You made the decision to do a podcast, and now you have it. You are doing that all the time. So yeah, and isn't that awesome? Is it because you
it
can
is.
really
It
sit with
is.
this and look around and go,
You know what?
oh
It's
my
also
God.
annoying. It's also annoying. But do you know why? Because this, you mentioned the podcast and you brought this and the laptop and whatever, and in my head the cogs are going of, oh, that's cool. Yeah. I know theoretically, intellectually, I know these things, and then I find myself thinking at the same time, so what is stopping me from creating the bigger ones? And
Yeah,
there's that question of capacity, that you hear
yeah.
people talk about, and are you able to hold are the
Well,
bigger
let's go to the bigger ones. Let's go there. What
go
what
on.
is your bigger one? Give me one. We all have 20 of them.
Honestly, the bigger one that I've noticed is very much in my face. There's two. I don't want to get roots where I am. I think because I lived like a nomad for a couple of years,
Okay, don't tell me
and
what you don't want. Tell me what you do
right,
want.
I
No,
want
no,
to
that doesn't matter. I just
travel.
want to hear
I
it.
know,
I
I
want
know. We do this
I
all
want
the
to
fucking time, don't we? I want to travel. I want to.
Yes.
I want to have the
Okay.
freedom of packing my bags and buggering off.
Good. Where would be the first place you'd go?
Ooh, Peru,
Ooh. Yeah,
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu,
Yep,
baby. Yep, yep.
that's where I
Oh,
want to
Peru.
go.
Peru is amazing. Peru is such a beautiful place. My cousins go there every year
Wow.
and they take a bunch of clothes and stuff to the orphanages there, and
Hmm.
they do that. So that's a neat experience that I hear about Peru. So what you're going to do, because you just mentioned Peru, we said Machu Picchu, you're going to start seeing stuff with Peru. It might be a little something on YouTube. You're going to start creating it. You did that. You're the one that saw the video and you clicked on it. You're the one that saw, some travel thing and oh, hey, it said Machu Picchu. I was just thinking about that. Let me click on it. You're the one deciding to do that. And with each click, with each stopping and noticing, that's you doing that. That's you stopping and noticing. That's you clicking on it, taking your little finger and clicking on it. That's you doing that, not God. God's not clicking on it. Source isn't clicking on it. You're clicking on it. It's not about how did I bring it to me. Let go of that shit.
I know, I
Let
know, I
that
know.
go.
I
No,
hear
because I
you.
can see your cogs working. I can see.
Yeah,
So
you
we
know what
just
they're going into two directions. One of them of this is really giving people power back. When you start deciding that I did this and I did this, and then the other part of the question was, well, what about the things that we don't want to look at, of
then don't.
well, he's an asshole and she's a bitch and all
Yeah.
that jazz, why
Okay.
do how where because then
There
I
is no
did that
whys.
too. I did that too, right?
Well, once again, you're sliding back into I brought that to me. Stop that. Stop that. What
So
you're going no, no, no. Stop it. What you're going to do
what did
in
you just say
that moment.
about creating? I
Stop.
did that and I did that. Didn't I do that too?
Stop it. Okay. So you're
I'm
I'm
confused.
trying to get there for you. I'm trying to get there.
Okay. Okay.
So what you're doing the moment you're at the store, Karen just rammed her grocery cart into you. Who cares why that happened? Who cares? Let that go. In this moment right now, what are you doing? Do you go, oh, I prefer something else? And you pivot, you leave your cart and you go do something else? Or you choose to get in a fight with Karen. It doesn't matter. You are the one making that in now, right now. I haven't been this age before. I've never done this before. That fresh now, you're the one manifesting the very next moment. The very next moment, you are manifesting it by whatever decision you're making, you're physically making. Do you push the button and order more Karen? Or do you walk away? You know, we do
order
get
for Karen? No.
yeah, we want no more Karen. So all you do is walk away. You just walk away. Now you're manifesting the very next moment because you've just turned your back. You've changed the channel, right? You've just changed the channel on Karen. You've turned your back. And now here's a whole new world in front of you. You get to either push the button or not. So what I'm doing is really pulling you hard into right now. Right this now. Who cares?
It is really hard. It is really hard. I'm gonna fight that corner of it is really hard because there's times when Karen is like,
what are you saying? What are you saying?
I know what I'm
Wait.
saying. This is what
You're
goes
playing
on
with
in my
Karen
head.
right now. Okay, let's go back to that. Yeah, it is really hard. Okay, what do you want to say?
But I understand what you're saying. I keep choosing that. I keep choosing the hard.
Stop
Choose.
it. Stop it. You're saying I am doing this and I am doing that. Quit saying I am. Tell me who is pushing a button right now. The person who keeps doing it or the person who doesn't do that anymore? I remember when I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. Come on, you're the creator of your reality. You got to think about these things. And
I think about it all the time.
the thing is this, Phoenix, it doesn't matter because once again, this isn't about you manifesting. Your thoughts are manifesting. That's not that. You live here. That's what it's all about. What's your feng shui look like in here? So it's like, do I want to be saying it's hard, it's difficult, I'm going to forget this? Because again, you're not going to stop existing. So it's not that big of a deal. But do you want those weeds growing in your yard? Or do you want to yank them out and say, nope, I just yanked that out. It's never coming back. Good.
Do you actually genuinely do this on a day-to-day basis? I can imagine at this point, probably yes. But do you have moments when you're like, fuck this, I'm gonna punch somebody in the face?
I'm sure I do. I just can't think of them right now. I really, I can think of I can okay, so if you think of that all your memories are manifestations, you're manifesting it right now. Right now I want to remember a time where I did do something like that. So what's coming up was 30 years ago, I pulled into a gas station, and this was back when gas was, we tend to cycle on this. And this guy just comes out of nowhere because I'm in line waiting for my pump, and he just comes out of nowhere and tries to work his way in the line. He's just going to cut the line. And I was pissed. I got out of my car, go stomping over to this van. I yank his flipping door open.
Wow.
And I was like, it was like, you see these videos of like a big cougar or jaguar, and there's a little mouse going, and the jaguar's going, shit, damn. That was me. I was the little mouse just going, get your ass out here. And the guy, oh my God. And of course, 10 minutes later, I'm going, holy shit, what the hell? Who was that chick? And I don't ever want to see her again. I don't ever. And, nowadays I can think back to that and go, oh my God, that's not love and light. That's not. But in that moment, that's who I was. Did it make me stop existing? Did it bring to me catastrophe because I was vibrating? No. I'm still here. I can still remember that right now. It doesn't matter. Change the channel. And it's remembering that you always, 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 always have this wondrous magic ability to change a channel. It's not earning something. It has nothing to do with the future. It has nothing to do with the past. It's not about that. It's about right now, this fresh moment. What am I playing with? What am I weaving? Am I weaving illy gooey gross tar black, or am I weaving confetti and fireworks?
What an interesting thing, because of course my cogs are still going in there with the
Yeah.
thought of this is not possible every moment of your waking life. Like that's what goes on in my head. How can you be so aware all the time, every given moment, of choose now, 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 now? Do you ever lose awareness that you're here now? Are there any
Well,
moments where
you're giving awareness a certain definition.
I guess.
And your awareness isn't like that. Your awareness, you're always in this now fresh moment. Are you aware of it? Hell no. Can you imagine talk about exhausting?
Well, this is
That's
what I
not,
mean. This is what I
yeah,
mean.
but
I think
that's
this is
not,
what.
you're taking something that is enormous, and you're trying to bring it down to this. I have to understand this right now. Yeah. How's that working out for you? How's it ever worked out for you? It doesn't. The minute we just go, oh, it's so much more fun. It's so much more easy. It's so much more wonderful to let the fuck go and go, I'm cool. I'm scared, but I'm cool. In this moment right now, I'm fine. And just be that, because that is the version of you that is God. It's not some omniscient, powerful, knows everything. That's tiny. We're talking about you. And you are so big and so crazy and so massive and so uncontrollable, uncorrallable, that it's like, wait, this doesn't seem exciting. I want excitement. You're manifesting so much that it's like, duh. I mean, it's those boring things. It's the ho hum. It's like you're walking from a kitchen to a bathroom, and you just manifested a bathroom, and you're like, no, it's always been there. And it's like, okay, we don't see it. It's not
Yeah.
exciting enough. We have this preconceived notion that's got to look like this. Yeah, once again, how's that working out for you? It's just, you have, and I hate the have to. You don't have to. You do whatever you want. Just for me, when I'm spinning out, when I'm going nuts, go for a walk. Do something to change the channel, change the flipping channel. And in this moment, you won't be able to see how a walk is going to help you. You're not going to be able to see it, but just do it. Just go for a walk. And
Yeah.
when you take those walks, when you have these ideas, when you do a meditation practice, and you don't go into it with, this has to result in fireworks, this has to result in me being a better person, this has to result in la la la. When you stop it, here it comes, stop it again. When you stop doing that, oh my God, the ease, the joy, the fun, the happiness that really comes, and it's scary. It's scary because we've had this white knuckle control on our reality, and I can't even begin to let that go. I can't do it. No, I'll disappear. I'll vanish if I don't do my affirmations, if I don't do my intentions, if I don't grab hold of spirituality and understand it, I will disappear. Yeah, right. Have you ever disappeared?
Question.
No.
Question. Yeah, because we're always there. I so get it. The meditation part, because you mentioned meditation. And I have noticed my meditation practice has changed fully. Like a lot of what I used to do is not there. Of course, it makes sense in a way because you now. And also in meditation, because you mentioned that, what do you do? What do you do in your meditation practice? Do you have a meditation
Nothing.
practice? Nothing.
Most of
Do
the
you?
time, I don't. The thing is this: you can call anything a meditation, right? You can go for a
Yeah.
walk and call that a meditation, right? So then what the fuck is meditation? And again, here's another distraction. And yet these people can meditate better than me because now I have a preconceived notion of what it's supposed to result in and what it's supposed to look like, and go there. That was the aliens for me.
Mm,
It's a distraction. It's something to experience. It's a fun thing. And if
mm,
meditation is that for you, do it. Or if meditation is something you've got to grab hold of and I got to make myself do it right so that I can be Gandhi or whatever, do that too. Whatever you want, because you're not going to stop existing.
mm,
I mean, it's you're not going to stop finding this now moment of you. This now brand new, fresh, which is the most magical thing ever, because you didn't do this on purpose, but somehow you are outside of time and you are brand new in every single blink of an eye. You are brand new all the time. It's not even like I'm brand new now and now I'm brand new now and now I'm brand new now. It's just one big giant you. And that's just who you are.
mm,
And you did that without meditating, without, all these have tos. You did that
mm,
naturally. And when you go for your walk with your now version of you, and you just kind of get to take a moment to just not worry about doing it right, stop that. Just look around and go, wow, I've never been here at this time of day on this date. I've never been this age before. Just walk with that and
mm,
look at what the fuck shows up for you. What gets to go, ooh, now she's in the right. Let's go play over there. Let's go play in that place. And if this version of you who's playing in time tries to imagine what the timeless version of you, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. You just got to go do it and see what shows up. And that's the whole thing, is in every moment, it's this unknown. You said it before. You talked about the unknown. You're nose to nose with the unknown. No matter how much you try to manifest this or that, no matter how much you try and force things, yeah, you're nose to nose with an unknown 24/7. That is who you are. This is who you are in your most nakedness, is nose to nose with the unknown. And yet you're fine. That version of you is like, bring it. I'm fine. Can you see my ass crack? Yeah, me too. I'm fine.
Oh my God, what has just happened? Honestly, I'm looking at the time and it says we've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes.
A
And
minute ago it was 1 1 1 1 It was 1 1 1 0 1. Now it's 10.
it, how? It feels like we just started with the sound check and it not working. So I guess that now moment was just like very nowing. It was very now. It was very now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, you just took yourself for a walk in the most magical place ever. And you had
Mm,
no intention. You had no idea. And yet you did it.
for sure.
And
For
and I bet
sure.
you
No,
didn't meditate either.
no, no, I didn't.
No.
I
Nope, I
got
didn't
myself,
meditate this
I
morning
got
either.
myself a cup of tea. I got myself a cup of tea right before the thing started, and I was watching this other podcast and listening to this man talking about discipline and whatever other faces we put on social media and the ones that we
Yeah.
don't show and things like that. Wow,
Yeah.
what a different perspective, I guess. Different but not, because what you share here is like it's not news. That's what I'm like, but so rammed in my face. I don't think I've had it so rammed in my face before. It's you, stop it. I
Stop
think,
it.
I think this is what I'm taking. The biggest take out of this is it's me, and stop it.
Stop it. Yeah.
Wow. Do I don't even know if I don't even know if I've got any other questions for you at this point, because I don't know whether you said you create your own people. If you want people to find you, they will find you.
Mhm. Yeah. And but
So,
once again, it's like, oh, okay, well, how do I do that? Stop it. It happens. There's so many methodologies that you
mm,
can play with. Go for it. You're not going to stop manifesting the sun every morning. You're not going to stop
mhm,
existing. That's your
mhm,
greatest magic trick, is the fact that you exist through
mhm.
all of this, through all these changes and all this craziness and everything. You exist, and you can't stop it. Try to stop existing. Give it a shot. Let me know how that works out for you.
Oh my God, this has been such a belly laugh. Oh, I love it. Wow, I'm gonna have so much fun watching this back because I edit my own podcast, right? And I'm gonna laugh. I can
Don't
already see
edit it. I'm
huh?
going to tell you right now, don't edit it.
Oh, the only thing that I edit is the beginning of it
Do
where
it.
I take listen, because I've done that part too. I've done the part
That was
of
so
just
good.
record and put it out, you know? But then I've noticed that I do like that little beginning
Yeah.
where there's little clips. Tip, 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 tip. I don't care. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do
You
it.
ever
I don't
you
care what you
ever
think about it.
noticed you
Huh?
ever noticed how when you turn off recording and then we got
Yeah.
to sit here and wait for the 98% and all that to catch up and we start chatting. You ever notice that those are the best conversations, the ones where when you weren't recording?
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
had that many of those to be honest, because I've noticed many times when the conversation ends, the recording ends, but the conversation ends altogether. Like a lot of people I don't sit
Yeah.
on after and talk with. But yeah, because there's that little bit of this is going on here and this is going to be seen and people are going to think this and people are, but
Yeah.
I think I am past that at this point because if I think about the nows from the past, as you're describing them, I have shared so much shittery out on the interwebs
Shit.
about my life and about the struggles that I've gone through and about the things I've experienced, how I'm living my life, how fucked up it is, how not normal it is, how out of whack, how struggling, how exuberant, and whatever other words I can use. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Well, and how do you like living in that house?
In this one that I'm in right now?
The one you just described.
Oh, that one. Wow, it's
Yeah.
complete madness in there
I would
sometimes.
move the fuck out in a heartbeat.
Oh my
That's a
God.
hickey house.
Wow, what a way to put it. I don't see it as that at the moment, to be honest. I that
Yeah.
was that was
Yeah. Have you ever like lived in a house that has a really gross problem, like mold or whatever, and you just get to where you start ignoring it? You just bypass it. I'm not looking at that. And I think that's what
yeah.
happens when we're, sitting here going, oh, I'm so bad. I'm so this. I'm so,
Listen,
you know?
listen. No, I haven't. I think that's my thing. I can't do that. Like, even if it comes to an exterior kind of a house where there's mold, let's say, or something that's yucky, I can never overlook something like that. So,
Good,
metaphorically or not, it's like I
good,
cannot live with this thing. So, it doesn't go. But I know
good,
your point.
good.
I understand your point. I understand it.
Right on. Good. That's what we need right now. That's what we need. We need you to stop it with your thoughts and your words.
Oh my God, this is so much fun. Wowzer.
Gonna have
I
a
just
hot
had,
flash.
I said, honestly, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
That's all I can say. Thank you for putting a big fat grin on my face. I'm gonna be sleeping and dreaming about stop it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. What a ride, man.
It's just your every day it's something new. It because yesterday's grand epiphanies are old news. And
Mm.
today you're nose to nose with the unknown of that. We almost feel like it's a void, right? And it's like, no, that's where yesterday's grand epiphanies came from. So let's see what today's show up. Yeah. And
Wow.
all along, you don't stop existing. And the grand epiphanies do, the teachings do, the teachers do, but you
Mhm.
don't.
I love that. I love that. I think you've rammed it in my head now. You know this. You don't stop. The epiphanies go. And I hear one of my friends in my head as well because he mentioned something before of life doesn't happen in those epiphany moments in the big explosion. It happens in the little ones. You know, in the now little one, all the little moments.
I like the big ones. I like the big crazy moments. I love those. They're a
Me
blast.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I love those too, to be honest, but they're not there all the time.
Nope, but I am. And where do you think they
You,
came from?
because
Yeah.
that's a you thing. That's a you thing. There's other commoners like us that are that are still trying to figure it out.
There's you walking through that shitty house again.
Oh,
Stop,
whatever.
stop,
Oh,
commoners.
whatever.
Quit calling yourself a commoner. I don't see you as a commoner. I see you as the god of your reality, the creator of your
Oh my
reality.
god.
That's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick that on my forehead. Oh
I
my
noticed
god.
you have some tattoos around your wrist. Put that one on there. I am the constant. Yeah.
It's my
That's your
children.
next one. Aw. So we
It's
need one over here that's got your name.
I don't have a name. I am
Yes, you
nameless.
do.
And honestly, this is what I have noticed with the because I mentioned earlier I've had so many names throughout my life. Literally have gone. I've come to a place now where even Phoenix I don't resonate that much with. It's like yeah, but no, because that's not who I am. If that makes sense, it's
Mm-hmm.
weird. It's just like a sticker. It's just
Yeah.
like a sticker placed somewhere for somebody to identify, and that's that person. But
Who?
otherwise,
So if I asked you, who are you? What's the first name that comes up?
exactly because
No,
it's not.
I'm
I'm not my
serious.
name. I am not my name. Like honestly, I am not my
Okay.
name.
So switch that. Say, I am my
Wow.
name. And now what name comes up?
Generally, lately, it's obviously Felix. This is what I introduced myself as.
Look, there you go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, it's what's the name of the constant?
Yeah. Sometimes it could be Ioana, which is
Well,
which is my given name with my
so
parents'
if you're
name.
looking back at right now your 16-year-old birthday party, okay? Not
Didn't have
who
one.
was 16. I don't care about whatever memory you can remember right now.
Okay. Okay.
The version of you that is remembering that, what's her name?
Yeah. Interesting. It's probably Ioana at 16.
No, I didn't ask who the 16-year-old was. That's not what I asked. I asked the you of right now who's remembering her, what's her name?
It's that without the name.
Okay, that's fine.
It's the one because I believe that the first time that I was ever aware of me, the
Yeah,
way you're describing it, was when I was 7, and I was starting school because I'm originally from Romania, and school for kids at the time, like first grade, you used to do when you were 7. And I
yeah,
remember being in the playground and thinking, "Oh my God, I am this old now that I'm starting school," which was just 7, but in my head it was like so old. And I think that was the first time that I was ever aware of myself, like
yeah,
my whole self somehow. It felt like there was a part of me that I kept carrying with me, but traveling with me throughout my whole existence that I was just aware of in that very moment.
yeah.
And it is a nameless thing. It really is a nameless
That's
thing.
fine. That's fine. Because at some point, she might have a name,
Mm,
and that's fine too.
mhm.
Because once again, regardless of whether she has a name or not, she doesn't stop existing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is where we're gonna stop existing now. Oh my God, thank you very much for whatever just happened here. I don't even know what happened, to be honest,
Not a
but I loved
problem.
every second of it. And I
Me
appreciate
too. Me
I appreciate
too.
I
I
appreciate it.
love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Yeah, I
It's
can't stand the
so
normal everyday bullshit. This is
no.
what I love. This is my reality. This is where I get to go. Stop it.
And of course, of course, you found somebody that was gonna be the perfect cardboard
Yeah.
cutout.
In my podcast where people come on to tell me their manifestation stories, it sometimes it's like pulling teeth. Sometimes I'm like, oh, stop it. Most of the time they get it. We have a great time. I manifest some great people. And so it's I love this. I love it. I love
So you see,
the
this is very
sovereignty.
it's very interesting to hear you say that because in my head is like, why did you create that?
Yeah.
With the people
And I
that
can
you feel like telling them to stop it.
I know. And in that, well, here's a great thing. Fear, the word fear is just an invitation to change your thoughts.
Mm.
Whenever something comes up where you're like, oh God, I'm gonna screw up, or I'm gonna get somebody on here who's an idiot or whatever. In that moment, you get to stop and go, oh, there's Karen. I get to change my thought. And yeah, you just pivot. You get to now give yourself a thought that's exciting, that's fun, that's like, oh, this is
Mhm.
neat. Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
I
I
know.
love
We
that.
can go on and on.
Yes, let's not. Okay. I am gonna stop this now.
All
Goodbye
right.
for 2 seconds.